So we have very reluctant confirmation from the political forces at play. Former Attorney General McCasey, yes, surveillance did happen at Trump Tower, but it was for all the right reasons. This comes at the heels of Trump's assertion last week that he was tapped and that it was Obama's fault and under Obama's direction. Immediately after Trump says this, of course, the radical left is saying, well, he's crazy, he's making up things, he's insane. And of course, a few days later it comes out, well, yes, it actually happens. And the deep state, of course, is trying to justify that move. On the heels of McCasey coming out and making that statement, we have, of course, the Vault 7 WikiLeaks come out, which basically say every electronic device out there is tapped, from your smart TVs to cable boxes to smartphones, etc., etc. You have no privacy whatsoever. And so all the people for years who have said things like, your cable box is spying on you, it has a camera, your phone is tracking you wherever you go and copying down whatever porn sites you visit or whatever you type on Facebook, all of these people who are labeled as being insane are actually confirmed as being completely right and correct. So there is no Fourth Amendment. There is no real right to privacy as long as you are using any kind of electronic device. Outside of the old style tube TVs, you have no privacy. Every phone conversation is going to be, if not recorded, then certainly available for playback later. Every kind of program you watch on TV is going to be recorded. Every conversation you have on your cell phone, every website you visit, every keystroke you make is going to be recorded. So that's a reality. That's the world we live in. I don't condone that. I think it's horribly wrong. I think it's wrong for this to be happening to American citizens at the behest of their own government, even if it's a deep state apparatus. It is morally wrong. Now, if you say, well, we need to monitor foreign governments and terrorists, yeah, I agree. Go for it. Monitor all day long. But when you're talking about American citizens who are actually paying for this apparatus to be placed over them and enslaving them, that's totally wrong. And so what's equally concerning about all this, I mean, going beyond the concern about everyone in America, all American citizens having no privacy, is the fact that a presidential candidate was wiretapped by the opposition party. Well, they'll say, well, it wasn't Obama, it was just his Department of Justice that did it. It was just Loretta Lynch. Still though, the wiretapping happened, and it happened by the opposition party against a candidate in that upcoming presidential election. This is way bigger than Watergate ever was. This is probably the biggest news break in the last decade as far as illicit use of state power. So, and that's something the mainstream media is basically glossing over. Well, it was for all the right reasons. There's just these connections of Trump and Russia and da-da-da-da. These connections have never been have never provided any kind of real evidence. We have accusations, but no real evidence at all. That to me is fascinating. It's fascinating that this is being glossed over, that a presidential candidate was wiretapped in order to ostensibly gain information to use against him during the campaign, and nothing is ever really said in the media about this. Now, of course, had the situation been flipped and a darling establishment candidate been the victim of this scandal would still be going on in the media. We'd still be hearing about it all day long. So, incredible times we're living in. It's confirmed that all the paranoid conspiracy theorists were absolutely correct. You are being spied upon. You have absolutely no privacy whatsoever. We are living in a police state 1000%. The only way to stop this is through vigilance. It's through stepping up and speaking out and saying, look, I don't tolerate this crap. I don't believe in it. I don't want your police state. I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to live in it. So incredible times we're living in. Trump was right. He was surveilled. He was tapped. Obviously, with all this tapping going on, if there was something happening there, we certainly would have heard about it by now. So interesting times we're living in. We are in a de facto police state. So be very vigilant when you communicate with people. Think about what you say, unfortunately, if you're using some sort of modern electronic device, because we are living in a surveillance state. And unfortunately for us, for the time being, this is a totalitarian state we live in. That's all for now. I hope you're having a great day whenever, wherever you're at. God bless you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.